Kevin Lynch from Keller Realty, your Upper Lonsdale real estate expert and community realtor. I am doing a little walk through, if you will, or video through for Upper Lonsdale, just to give you a great introduction to the area, the streets, parks and different things like this. So I'm going to give you a little walkthrough, basically. So we start with our satellite map. I've got that, and this is the shipyards down here, Lower Lonsdale area. Okay, and so if you go straight up Lonsdale, you'll end up, this is Lonsdale, you end up in Upper Lonsdale, right there, as you can see. So zoom in, let's zoom it out. I'm gonna do a little zoom out so you can see the scope. This is the North Shore, and right behind North Vancouver and Upper Lonsdale, you can see miles and miles and miles of backcountry. I mention that just because when you live in an area near that mountain range, you're going to see a lot of wildlife. And it's important to understand that that's a piece of the draw. You've got a lot of forest, you've got trees, you've got wildlife, you've got amazing views in the area as well. So let's kind of go down and have a look. Let's start at a pretty cool little pub right in the middle of Upper Lonsdale, so just above the highway. One of the draws that people like about Upper Lonsdale, by the way, is its convenience. The convenience to shopping all along Lonsdale, shopping over here in the Delbrook Shopping Mall. Where are you? I think you're right over here. Yeah, this one here. Okay, so Delbrook Shopping Mall. And you've got a lot of really amazing styles of homes, view properties, old character homes, heritage style, lots of new builds, big lots, small lots. You've got really a very diverse collection of property types and of categories of people that live in the area as well. Now, Upper Lonsdale is kind of broken into really, I'd say, 6 submarkets. The first here is Upper Lonsdale, and now we're going to call this Lower West. So that's below, and it's kind of broken down by the city. Basically below 29th, so the south side of 29th Street, east and west in Upper Lonsdale is considered the city of North Vancouver. Above that, north of 29th, is considered the district of North Vancouver. Okay, so here's 29th here, and this is a busy route, so that's nice and easy. The south side on the east is city, and then it runs through. Queens is the busy street over here, but it's the 29th that is the line that dictates city district. And what you'll see is, if you're looking, you'll notice that in this area, there seems to be more density. There's a lot more 33-foot lots. So that's this area and over here on the west. So what that means is, in general, these price points are going to be a little bit lower than when you go up the hill, which are mostly 50+ square foot lots. Not all, but mostly. Okay. So yeah, lots of nice homes in the area. My first place that I ever lived in North Vancouver was a little place at, I think, 353 West 26th over here. And we were just renting at the time. We were just kids. So these are the two. So this is one area here. This is one sub area. This is kind of a little sub area of Upper Lonsdale. This area here is called Tempe. Now this kind of runs up the hill. So there's a hill here on 27th, and you're going to be running up that hill, or you can access it from 29th. And it's little crescents. You've got three little crescents. Okay, really nice little pocket. Then again, you go up the hill, and so there's a couple of subsections here. If you go up the hill from 29th, you go up Regent. This is kind of borderline Upper Lonsdale. Then on this side, a little further to the east, is Princess Park. Okay, and so I'm going to zone in and give you a little view scope of Princess. Now, where are you? Carisbrook Elementary. Yeah. So this is Princess right here. Got tennis courts here. Great little walking park, actually. Really nice little area. And so this area here would be called Princess Park area up here as well. And Upper Lonsdale tends to be, I think, Regent and West is kind of your border for that. Yet I still service these areas because it's right, neck and neck. And Princess Park's a small area. It's kind of surrounding Princess Park. Very popular area. You'll notice that there's lots of trees, right? Look at all the trees. So if you don't like forest and trees, Upper Lonsdale may not be the place for you. There's a lot of forested area, very beautiful, lots of wooded areas, lots of paths, walking paths around. Okay, so this should be Carisbrook Elementary School. Nice big field there, Carisbrook Street. Osborne is a busier through street. It's a bus route. All right. Another nice thing about Upper Lonsdale is they've got a handful of really interesting, cool churches. I know of a handful of bed and breakfasts as well, including some Airbnbs in the area. All right. So let's go in and do a little street zoom. Okay. We're going to go down. Oh, so that's two areas. Let's break that through. Another area here is called Marlborough Heights. And this is another couple of crescents. Kind of maybe the more prestigious area of Upper Lonsdale, if I can say that. It's kind of a little pocket where they've got view lines. And it's got its own little zoning category. And it just really runs from, this is kind of that little sweet spot right there. Then you've got another little pocket over here. This is above Queens. You got school over here, another elementary school here. That's all just off Mahan. Let's see. Yeah, so you've got a handful of different schools. Here's another one here. It's a French immersion right along Kings. Okay. And then you've got kind of west, which is between. So you've got, we'll call it northwest Upper Lonsdale section. It's kind of between Delbrook and Lonsdale as well. Some of these are nicer, bigger lots in here. Nice little crescent street. Really very quiet, very community-based, family-oriented. A lot of the people that I've talked to and met in these areas have been here for a long, long, long time. People that are 70, 80, 90 years old, they've been here for 30 to 55 years. So, they've raised their family. You got second generations, third generations in one instance coming in. So, yeah. So let's go down and have a little zoom in below. Okay, so let's start off here. There's an age-restricted thing called Somerset Green here. It's a condo complex. You've got Starbucks over here, very popular. Upper Lonsdale. It's the only one in Upper Lonsdale. There is a Bean Around the World in Delbrook Center over on the far over here, but this is, the Starbucks is pretty popular, to be honest. You also notice that there's some side streets that have smaller lots, smaller density. You're going to see here, you've got so condos on Lonsdale. Then you've got townhouses in here. A lot of people would never know that. So this area here, this little block is townhouses. There's a route for a bike route that's being proposed that still hasn't been adopted, but they'll be making some changes. I feel it's going to come through, coming along 25th and then varying on right down here along 25th. So they'll probably widen the street a little bit there, make a bike lane, and that runs all the way through safely off the highway, but it runs all the way through down to the Delbrook category. So I'll run all the way down through here, and now I'm not sure what they're going to be doing here, but they'll do something. And now you're right down at Delbrook area. So you've got the mall over here. And then you've got a bunch of condos. And in Upper Lonsdale as well, there's a whole bunch of condos and townhouses right here. These are two sites that have been in conversation and discussion for major development for quite a long time, here and here. Okay. So I think at some point it'll happen. You've got a school right here. So let's zoom down here. You notice there's some nice big houses, coach houses that have been added. You've seen quite a bit of that, more in the city than in the district. So let's get down to the street. So here is the school, right? It's Larson School, and very popular. A lot of the kids in this little area all go right here, or not all, but many do. Okay, so let's have a little zoom up here. So this should be 26th Street. And you see nice house to the right. Lots of older houses as well. Got some great foliage. Zoom. Some big houses, small houses, a lot of bungalows that have been renovated. There's not a lot of character homes in this little pocket. It's more just traditional kind of bungalows and a chunk of new homes. And then some of the corner lots more so are putting in coach houses. Here's another newer home here. Certainly see a handful of, cedars. This home is a really cool little place. I've been through that as well. I've seen most of the homes, or not most, but I've certainly seen a large chunk of these homes. I generally will be doing estimates for people, 2 to 3 of those per week right now. And, I just see most of the properties, know the area so well. Raised my family in this area on the east side of, on East Kings, through their early teens, I guess tweens and early 20s. And then we downsized after that once the kids left the nest. But anyway, let's keep going here. So you'll see that just by this corner, you can see that there's some view lines of the city. This home will probably have a view line. Not all the homes do, depending on where the trajectory is. This is a fairly flat street, so the views will be somewhat, but not extensive. When you move up to 28th, it's a bit of a steeper street at about the 300 block. And so you'll see stuff there, but some really cool houses, right? Some nicer older places. A lot of places have been renovated, and there's certainly quite a fair share of investment properties in the area too. So quite a few tenants and rental properties. Some of the people have been in their homes for a long time. A long time here and here. I know those guys have been there for a long time. On this street here, this is Chesterfield. You've got a few smaller lots, like some coach houses here as well. And then right up here, you're going to see there's a nice little church right here. Right there, see? And it's pretty popular locally. And right over here, let's see, this is 27th. So 27th. Starbucks is at 29th. There's another little school right here. Let's go zoom over for you. Right. So it's a Catholic school. So it's connected to the church over here, Holy Trinity. And a nice little school there. It's an elementary school. So you'll see people picking up and dropping off the kids here, obviously at normal school times. Okay, so go back up Chesterfield. Let's zoom out a little bit. We're going to go with aerial. Okay. So seeing, oh no, I was thinking maybe you could see the view line from the aerial, but no, it's not like it's 27th. So we're going to zoom up to 28. And we'll zoom in there. Because this is the street where you actually get some view lines, not in this first block so much, but on the next block over. So the 300 block, we start to see some really nice view lines. You see a lot of nice gardens in the area. I mean, I've seen some amazing places here, to be honest. And so this is where you can see that the view lines, even from the street, you can see towards the west. That's West Vancouver. And you can see the steepness of the grade changes. So what you'll see is these homes here are going to start having some nice views, specifically on this side, on the north side of the street. And we're going downhill a little bit now. And again, some of these homes will have nice views for sure. Right here, even these ones, really nice views. It really opens up. You can't see. This one will have a nice view. These ones will have nice views. So if you're looking for a view home, that would be one little area that would make sense to jump. Well, look at that. Nice little willow tree. And you got quite a few houses on this block that have been redeveloped and rebuilt new. So you'll see a handful of that. And, I've seen like just down the block here, like here's a nice one with some cool architectural lines. Yeah. Okay. And so you see new housing, new development. That's all wrapped up now. That's a little bit of an old satellite shot. It's a Google shot thing, but that's all finished now. The house next door is on the market for sale. So let's zoom back out, and we're going to go over to Lonsdale. I'm going to do some time-lapse videos for certain streets and areas and parks and stuff like this, so you can see traffic flows and whatnot as well. Here, let's see, what do we got here? 28 Queens. Oh, okay, so this is right here, the district of North Vancouver. So that's basically like City Hall for the district of North Vancouver. And lots of resources, lots of good insights. There's a little, you can slip through Queens and you can come through here, drive basically through here, and then out here, access to 29th. Some people use that as a little cheater through. See, it's Queens. And over here, is that Lonsdale? There, that'll be Lonsdale then. Oh, that's Queens. Right, that's Esso. Oh, that's not 7-Eleven. I think it's Tim Hortons now. Anyway, I could be wrong. Anyway, so here's Queens, or Lonsdale. As you can see, it's a nice busy street, right? So it's the main traffic through up and down the hill. You've got a little mall here. Yeah. No, what is this one now? Oh, that's Queensdale Market. It's a very popular place. It's a Realty office here. Queensdale Market, great food. It's not cheap, but it is good. It's local. And to me, I think the locals love this spot and they love the place. They'll serve lunch, fresh sandwiches, but it is a supermarket and the deli kind of combined, and kind of organic based. So really, really good food. All right. I'm going to go up the hill, and I'm going to show you, there's another little park on coming up here. Osborne, there we go. And here's Carisbrook. So got a nice little playground. It even says it right there, Carisbrook Playground. There's more parking along this side. This is easier. So you got a little parking set here. There's a church over here. So a lot of times on the Sundays, people from the church will go here and here. So the church does have a little daycare as well. So good little community spot. And there's parking on the backside a lot of people don't know about. And so the kiddie playground's here, but you can walk around. It's not a huge park, but it's a nice little park for picnics. Just, relax in the afternoon if you want to watch your kids play the playground. Usually there's a handful of kids in the area. So that's a nice little park. Let's do a little street view of this. There we go. And even there's the sign. And you see nice natural forest growth. I mean, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful park. Really, it is. And you see the playground right there. So no kids were at time of Google drive-by, but it's a very natural place. Beautiful park. I mean, you like fresh air, safe environment. It's great. On this side of the street, we're going to start seeing some character homes and bigger lots as well. So below Osborne and actually above. So on both sides, you'll see some more characters. Heritage Row. So we're going to take you for a little Heritage Street tour. Here you go. What do we have here? We got no, that's not an old home. That's a decent sized home, actually. Now, we're at St. George's. If you go up St. George's, you go straight up, you get to an area where there's lots of view homes and a little bit pricier stuff, okay? In this area, you have some view lanes. It's lots of forest, but you got more character and stuff like that. So let's go down. What street are we at here? 3-3, St. George's. Let's go down one more. St. James. So there you go. It's a pretty cool little character. And even the churches. Oh, there's a for sale sign. That was quite old. That was nothing, not recent. That's for sure. So, right, you see the heritage style home, right? Some really cool homes. I just love this area. There's such a diversity in home styles, and you got like a bungalow style there. Oh, yeah. You got a Tudor style over here. Traditional. This might be a little character. It's hard to say from there. There we go. This is another heritage here. We'll zoom up on that. Another heritage here with a nice, beautiful driveway in. Yeah, you can't really see it from the street, can you? No. Beautiful trees. I mean, look at this. Stunning trees. That's how you know you're in North Van. You love North Van. You got some tree action and you're digging it. You got staircase up. Come on, populate. Refresh. Let's see there's another heritage up here. Let's go check that. Oh, this is a nice newer style. I mean, like traditional style, but new build. Okay, yeah, we got some heritage right here. So as you can see, right? I mean, there's a heritage there, beautiful heritage. Another one right in the corner here. What we got here? Can't tell on that side. Tell from there. There we go. Even got the purple kind of heritage colors, right? So just a lot of really beautiful homes, a lot of really cool places, amazing place to live. I'm serious. You're right now in today's marketplace, the average price in Upper Lonsdale is still hovering between 2.5 and 2.7. Depending on the day or depending on the month and how much is sold that month, whatever. But so prices are not cheap for sure. Prices range up into the 4 millions. There's a place it's a huge double lot, heritage style, massive kind of mansion almost, and they're on at 5 million. That's rare. It hasn't sold. It's been on for quite a while. So that's a stretch. New home, if it's really large and got a stunning view, you can break the 4 barrier. But generally, you're going to be in the 3s for a nice newer home. 3 to low 4s or upper 3s to low 4s, depending on the area. If you're a little bit lower down, the lot's not quite as big, then you get them in the 3s for a new home. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the tour. Have an amazing day.